Devon Larratt just said something that totally shocked me. I was rewatching the video of him practice pulling with Alex Kurdecha, and throughout this practice pull, there are a lot of moments where Devon and Alex just take a break and talk about arm wrestling theory and philosophy. And during one of these moments where they're just talking, they begin to discuss which pressures are the very most important in arm wrestling. And then Devon said something in regard to how important a specific pressure is that totally surprised me. I had no idea that he was thinking of this pressure as so important in arm wrestling. Let's take a listen to the clip.
And you combine that with grip, right? Because you actually don't need, cup is nice, you need grip, right? Because it's gonna go. Never heard of him.
So I totally understand why grip is very important in arm wrestling, and I've seen Devon talk about this quite a bit in the past. It totally makes sense that it can be a very effective way to prevent your opponent from rising. Even if your own hand has failed to a certain extent, if your wrist rise has failed, you can still just squeeze your opponent's fingers, and it makes it really difficult for them to continue to climb in a match. But what I did not expect Devon to say is that it is even more important than cup. Devon said that grip strength is actually more important than cupping in arm wrestling. And that's what totally surprised me. I've seen kind of an evolution over the career of Devon where it seemed like initially he didn't really even train grip at all. He didn't care about it that much. Then he started saying that it was a little bit important and he began to train it. And now at this point in his career, Devon has said that grip strength is more important than cupping. And I find this to be super interesting. Immediately, this made me think of Travis Bagent. If you guys didn't remember, Travis is someone who is a huge proponent of grip strength. His setup was very different from a lot of other people's. He would talk about essentially bunching his hand up and just squeezing as hard as he could onto his opponent's thumb. He never really tried to control his opponent or get around them, but he would just squeeze onto their thumb and then do his normal top roll move. Even if his wrist cracked back a little bit, it didn't really matter because he was forcing his opponent to hold on to him. And doing this bunch your hand up technique can actually improve in getting a deeper grip as well. And most people just find it really awkward to deal with anyway, which is always a good idea. In the past, I really have thought of grip strength as an afterthought for arm wrestling. I've thought of cupping and wrist and finger flexion as way more important, and if you kind of have some leftover time, maybe you can close a gripper a few times or throw it in the glove box of your car and do it at a red light. But seeing Devon rank this above cupping has definitely made me rethink some things in terms of arm wrestling hierarchy. But let me know what you guys think about this. How important do you think grip strength is in arm wrestling?